All right, welcome. I'm glad we're taking the time to talk about this. If you're thinking about using your retirement funds to invest in physical precious metals, it's absolutely critical that you do it the right way. So, think of this as your personal guide to getting it all done safely and, most importantly, by the book.
So, you're considering physical gold for your retirement? That's a really popular strategy for diversification these days. But, and this is a big but, it's not quite as simple as just going out and buying some gold. There are some crucial IRS rules and industry players you absolutely have to know about before you make a single move.
Make no mistake, it can be a powerful move for your portfolio. But the IRS has some very strict rules. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know to do it correctly and, of course, to keep your hard-earned investment safe. Let's dive in. Okay, first things first. You might be wondering, why can't I just buy some gold coins and pop them into my regular IRA? It's a great question, and the answer all comes down to one little word: taxes. To do this correctly, you need what's called a gold IRA. Now, this isn't just a clever marketing name. It's a very specific type of self-directed IRA that is structurally designed to hold physical precious metals like gold, silver, platinum, you name it. It's a requirement. So here's the real reason why you need this special account. The IRS officially classifies physical precious metals as collectibles, just like art or antiques. And if you try to hold a collectible in a standard IRA, the IRS treats it as if you cashed it out. And that means, you guessed it, taxes and penalties. A gold IRA is the official IRS-approved solution to this problem. Okay, so if you can't just hold the gold yourself in your IRA, who does? This brings us to probably the most important player in this entire process, your custodian. Understanding what they do and what they don't do is absolutely essential. And here's the point of confusion I want to clear up right now, because a lot of people get this mixed up. The company that you buy the gold from, the gold IRA company, is almost never the same company that actually holds the gold for you. That job belongs to the custodian, a completely separate IRS-approved financial institution. They are the gatekeepers.
So what's in a custodian's job description? Well, their role is purely administrative. Look on the left. They hold and safeguard your metals, they process your transactions, and they handle all that crucial IRS paperwork. But look at the right side. This is just as important. They do not give investment advice. They do not tell you if you're getting a good deal, and they definitely do not guarantee performance.
You know, here's the best way to think about it. Your custodian is like a highly regulated bank vault and a specialized bookkeeper all rolled into one. They provide the secure storage and make sure all the IRS rules are followed. But the investment decisions, those are 100% on you.
All right, so since the custodian is such a vital partner in all of this, choosing the right one is a huge deal. I mean, you wouldn't just pick a bank at random, right? The same exact logic applies here.
So here's your checklist for doing your homework. You're looking for a company with a long, solid track record. This next one is non-negotiable. They must be IRS approved. Make sure they use secure, insured depositories. Their fee schedule should be crystal clear, no hidden costs. And finally, you want good customer support from people who really know the ins and outs of IRS regulations. This is your due diligence roadmap. Speaking of fees, let's talk about what this is all going to cost. Because understanding the fee structure is absolutely key to managing your investment over the long haul. Theory is fine, but let's get practical. To make this real, we're going to pull up an actual fee schedule from Equity Trust, a pretty common custodian in this space, so you can see exactly how these costs are structured. Okay, here we go. Now, at first glance, a document like this can look a little complex. But don't worry, we can break it down into just a few main costs you're going to see pretty much everywhere. First up, you've got your setup cost. You can see it right there at the top, a one-time $50 fee for an online application. That's a pretty standard charge just to get the account open and on the books. Next, let's look at the annual storage fee. A common choice is what's called non-segregated storage, and you can see here, that's $100 a year. That's the recurring cost to have your metals securely stored, insured, and accounted for in an approved facility. And finally, the biggest recurring cost is usually the annual maintenance fee. Now, this is really important. It's almost never a flat rate. Notice how it's a tiered system? It actually increases as the value of your account grows. Understanding this is crucial for projecting your real costs over time. Now we get to what I honestly believe is the most important part of this entire discussion: protecting yourself. This goes beyond just following the rules. This is about avoiding scams and fraud. And look, don't just take my word for it. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, has issued a formal investor alert specifically about self-directed IRAs. When a government body like the SEC puts out an official warning, we all need to sit up and pay very close attention.
Here is the absolute key, and I'm reading this directly from the SEC's alert. Custodians and trustees for these accounts will generally not evaluate the quality or legitimacy of an investment and its promoters. Let that sink in. The custodian's job is to hold the asset, not to verify if the asset is a good or even a real investment.
So, what does this all boil down to? It's simple. Fraudsters love to use the name of a legitimate custodian to make their scam seem trustworthy, but the SEC is making it crystal clear. The ultimate responsibility to research the investment, to vet the promoter, and to avoid fraud falls squarely on your shoulders.
So how do you do that? The SEC gives us a clear action plan. First, always verify your account statements directly with the custodian themselves, not with the person who sold you the investment. Ask tough questions about licenses and registration. And if anyone, anywhere, ever promises you guaranteed high returns, that is the #1 red flag for fraud. And finally, think about getting a second opinion from an unbiased financial professional.
So, there you have it. We've covered the what, the who, and the how-to of setting up a gold IRA correctly and, most importantly, safely. You now know the structure, you understand the critical role of the custodian, and you know that your own due diligence is what matters most. The power to make an informed decision is completely in your hands. And hey, for a deeper dive, make sure to check the description below for a link to our free Gold IRA guide. Thanks so much for watching.